Presenter. Today we'll be talking about Western Cape independence and how they are taking the Western Cape. So, I'm just here. Before we start this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe so that I can do more content and more videos about South Africa. So, as we start, let's start with the Western Cape independence. And I'm asking myself questions. Why is the ANC not doing anything about Western Cape independence? Why is our president, Cyril Ramaphosa, not doing anything about Western Cape independence? Because Cyril Ramaphosa is in power. Cyril Ramaphosa has the power to make decisions such as banning Phil Craig from this country and doing all those things. But what I don't understand is why isn't Cyril Ramaphosa doing any of those things? Why is Cyril Ramaphosa quiet on this issue? Because this issue is a serious problem, and this is a problem that makes us ruins our reputation as a country, and it's a problem that will make us be looked down at and not be taken seriously because we are doing nothing in terms of this issue. This starts with the ANC. The ANC is currently in power, and the ANC is doing nothing about Western Cape independence. What has the ANC done about Western Cape independence? Nothing, because the ANC is in power right now and it's doing nothing about Western Cape independence. And there's a lot of issues that this country faces, and nothing has been done about that. So the ANC the ANC is not a good political party for this country, and the ANC is a political party that needs to be taken out of this country because honestly, it's doing nothing, and Cyril Ramaphosa is doing nothing, and we need a new president. And Cyril Ramaphosa is the president of the ANC, is doing nothing about the Western Cape independence, and this is a sign that we as a country need a new president. And if we need to go to the streets and march in the streets, then so be it. As long as this Western Cape independence thing or Phil Craig is banned and is out of this country, I'll be happy, and many South Africans will be happy.
Xolile Mpini hasn't had a job for more than 5 years. He runs an advocacy group for the unemployed. Here in South Africa's Western Cape province, about 29% of people don't have jobs. The national average is nearly 35%. Xolile is unhappy with the government's policies.
The labor laws are not addressing the issues that currently exist of unemployment. The labor laws speaks to direct to the interest of those who are in the working environment, not outside the working environment.
The forum has thousands of members who support a call for the Western Cape to secede from South Africa. The province has the second largest economy in the country. Those supporting an independent Cape say a corrupt national government is draining its resources to aid poorer provinces.
So effectively the people of the Western Cape never get their democratic will. They're always excluded from the system. They never get the government they vote for. And the consequences of that are quite significant, because if South Africa is being badly managed and run into the ground, the people of the Western Cape are then suffering the consequences of a government they didn't elect and one that they can't remove at the ballot box.
South Africa is made up of 9 provinces. 8 of them are governed by the African National Congress. The opposition party, the Democratic Alliance, has run the Western Cape since 1999. While the party's not supported the call for secession, it has pushed for a federal system. The Cape Independence Party says recent polls suggest 58% of Western Cape voters support the move for Cape independence, but that figure's been disputed. Those opposed to the idea say it's racially motivated and discriminates against the largely mixed race and black, often poorer communities in a province with a more prosperous white minority.
I cannot support anything which seeks to create a Volksstaat, where the beneficiaries of apartheid will still own the land and hold the levers of economic control. It can't be allowed to happen. These people are seeking to create 2 things: A, a master race; B, a subservient slave race. I'm not a slave. I cannot support the call. Secession is a very good idea, but not in the terms of reference that they're using.
Cape Town, the capital of the Western Cape, has great economic disparities often defined by race. Critics say the chances of secession are low. Many argue the call for secession by those living in the Western Cape has little merit and will go nowhere, and that it lacks constitutional backing. But this isn't the first time there have been calls from groups of people for their own nation states within South Africa. And rather than being viewed as wishful thinking, it may instead be an expression of anger against the governing African National Congress. Famida Miller, Al Jazeera, South Africa.
So, as you say, the ANC is not a good political party for this country because you see of what it's doing. It's doing nothing in terms of Western Cape independence, and you can see for yourself how the country is continuing. Our president Cyril Ramaphosa is doing nothing about Western Cape independence. So the ANC is not a good political party. The DA is another political party that I would say is not a good political party because it has done nothing about Western Cape independence. What has it done? It has said nothing. It's quiet on that, and that's a sign that it's not good for the people of this country. Move on to the MK. All these other political parties, such as the MK, IFP, PA, etc., etc. Certain political parties have said nothing. The only parties that have done something about the Western Cape independence is the ATM, which said something about the Western Cape independence and saying that it needs to be banned, which does a good job. And the EFF has done something about it, which honestly, in my honest opinion, the EFF is not the good political party because it wants to open borders and destroy us as a country. And also the ATM is a Pan-Africanist party, but I do agree in terms of it wanting to ban Phil Craig. I do agree with that. So, guys, please let's do something about Western Cape independence. There's something that needs to be done about the Western Cape independence later, because if this continues, eventually we might have a separate country in South Africa, and that's just something that we should avoid, because eventually we are going to have a country in South Africa, and we're going to have a new country, and that is Western Cape independent, the Western Cape, and the Western Cape is part of South Africa, and soon, if nothing is done about Western Cape independence, it's going to be a country. So, guys, please support the movement of anti-Western Cape independence, because if we have a Western Cape independence, our country is going to be smaller. Than in terms of land size, it's going to go smaller, and that's something that we should always avoid. So thank you guys for watching my video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and follow me on my channel and follow my content. Thank you very much.